What's happening, beautiful people? Happy Friday once again. We are 16 seconds away from the US market opening. Welcome, everyone, to the last webinar of the week. 10 seconds away from the market opening, guys. Let's ring the bell together. One, and welcome into the US market opening, guys. Happy Friday, everyone. US futures rise in pre-market. Donald Trump squeezes TikTok owner ByteDance. Sterling tumbles again on fears of a messy Brexit. Tesla indicates signs of weak sales in China, and oil continues to struggle after US crude stockpiles snap a streak of summer declines. Here's what you need to know on Friday, September 11th. Right. So Donald Trump puts the squeeze on TikTok. President Donald Trump ramped up the pressure on ByteDance, owner of the video streaming service TikTok, threatening to shut the service down in the US if there's no deal set by September 15th. Wow, very bold declaration from Donald Trump. Will either close up TikTok in this country for security reasons or it will be sold, Trump told reporters on Thursday. There will be no extension of the TikTok deadline. In response, ByteDance let Reuters know that it plans to move its headquarters to Singapore and invest billions of dollars there over the next 3 years in what looks like an effort to forestall the US move. Number two on the board today, ECB officials walk back Lagarde's optimism. The European Central Bank's chief economist said again that the strength of the euro is an important factor in its thinking, a day after President Christine Lagarde's first press conference of the autumn. Okay, very interesting declaration. We had another ECB meeting today, guys, in the economic calendar that happened around lunchtime. So the article was released shortly after. Okay, let's see what Philip Lane wrote in a blog. It should be abundantly clear that there is no room for complacency, right? Sorry, I always find a word that gives me a bit of a headache. The euro dipped on the news before rising again by late morning in Europe. We're going to have a look at the charts as every other day and see where the markets are standing right now. Lagarde's upbeat tone and her refusal to accept invitations to talk the euro down had surprised many analysts, but were consistent with a modest upward revision to the ECB's growth forecast for this year. Lane's intervention will raise further eyebrows over the ECB communication policy. Lagarde's predecessor, Mario Draghi, rarely needed his chief economist to explain his comments a day after the bank's most important set-piece events. Okay. So good things are happening with the euro. Good things were said, and the euro reacted to it. Number three on the board, stocks set to open higher. Tesla hints at China weakness. U.S. stocks are set to end a volatile week on a firm note as investors find a way back to focusing on an economic recovery that appears to be still largely intact. By 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Dow Jones futures were up 187 points or 0.7%, while the S&P 500 futures contract and the Nasdaq futures were both up 0.9%. The market will be on the lookout for consumer inflation figures for August at 8:30, ready to pounce on anything that smacks of pretext for further stimulus from the Federal Reserve. Stocks in the spotlight will include Tesla, which is reportedly planning to start exporting from its factory in Shanghai. I'm sure Donald Trump does not really agree with Tesla's policy. Analysts saw the news as a sign that sales in the world's largest electric vehicle market may be flagging. Also of note will be JP Morgan, which has ordered its investment bankers back to the office. They are not working remotely anymore. Number four on the board, the pound tumbles again after EU ultimatum. This is very interesting. Fresh news coming from the European Union. The pound tumbled further, especially against the euro, after the European Union issued an ultimatum to London to withdraw proposed legislation that would breach the terms of the Brexit withdrawal agreement. The UK rejected the ultimatum and will go ahead with its new internal markets bill, which it admits is a limited and specific breach of international law. Very interesting, very bold from UK to do such a thing just before the deadline. Sterling fell at 1.0762 against the euro before rebounding a bit to be traded at 1.0812, which is down 0.2% on the day. It's fallen over 5% against the single currency this week as Prime Minister Boris Johnson has revived the threat of a disorderly end to the post-Brexit transition period at the end of the year. Okay, let's see where they're going to take it from here. Now, obviously, the Brexit circus is far from over. We're going to see it reaching probably its peak in October, 15th, 16th of October, and then just before year-end in December at the last EU meeting with UK. Right, number 5 on the board. Then one of the most important topics today, guys, oil struggles after U.S. Stockpile rise. U.S. Crude prices fell below the 37 mark a barrel overnight before rebounding somewhat after U.S. government data confirmed the rise in crude oil stockpiles last week. Crude inventories rose by some 2 million barrels, snapping a streak of nearly 2 months of uninterrupted draws on stockpiles. By 6:40 U.S. crude futures traded up 0.1% on the day at 37.35 a barrel, still on course for a hefty loss for the week. Brent futures were down 0.2% at 39.98 a barrel. Right, now let's have a quick look at the charts and see how the markets reacted at the U.S. opening. We are looking at crude oil currently trading at, again, 37.25.26, apparently starting a bit of a correction, or at least that's how it looks like. It got a bit of a boost after the US opening. Let's move on and have a look at the euro. Euro is falling slightly at the US opening. It fell during the day as well. Okay, apparently euro will close the week with a bit of a loss. There you go, guys. The pound is falling, is free falling. You can see the aggressive drop that happened today. USD JPY negative opening on the US dollar, on the USD JPY pair. AUD USD again, not much movement after the US opening. Probably the Aussie dollar will close the week somewhere around the 0.7280, 0.7290 level, somewhere there. USD Canadian, a bit of positivity on the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. We see a positive opening. The question is, will that continue throughout the day? Let's have a quick look at the S&P 500. Wow, the S&P 500 that closed the day in red yesterday, again opened in red today. Let's have a quick look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones, the same. Not a lot of movement happening yet. There you go. This is the first candlestick after the market opening on the Dow Jones and on the S&P as well. Usually, you know by now, guys, the markets need about half an hour, 1 hour after the opening to settle, and then big volumes come into place. So don't get distracted by a bit of volatility, a bit of negativity, let's say, at the market opening. The situation might turn around in half an hour to 1 hour. Right, let's move on. Let's have a look at the dollar index. The dollar index, again, unchanged, trading at 93.27, very close to its values, to the values that it had this morning. And gold is finally pushing higher, guys, currently trading at 1960, 1961, pushing further from what I see here towards the 1964 or the 1968 mark. Go gold. Right, Brent oil, is trading at 39.85, again short of the $40 mark. A bit of positivity on Brent oil this afternoon. Let's see if it's going to manage to break the resistance level at $40. Silver, again on the positive, just like gold, pushing slightly higher, currently trading at 27.15. Right, Tesla again on a negative, and Bitcoin, guys, literally unchanged from this morning and yesterday. It traded very little today. We see it advancing about $5, if that. Okay, currently trading at 10,305. Yeah, this morning was trading just short of 10,300. Okay, again, let's hope for the ones of us that need a stronger Bitcoin. Let's hope on a bit of positivity, on a bit of volumes today or during the weekend. Remember, cryptocurrencies are the only asset class that trade 365 days a year, 24/7. Okay, so usually there's pretty good volume happening on Bitcoin on a Sunday. Funny enough. Now, I was telling you this morning, guys. I took some trading signals from our friends at Forexc, and I tested the signals throughout the day. I didn't set a take profit. I didn't set a stop loss for the signals, but now I can confirm the signals worked. Okay, you can see on the charts. Okay, the what's this one? The Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar traded higher today. It only started dropping in the last couple of hours. Hopefully, it's going to have a second push now. Okay, this trade was in profit a couple of hours ago. Now, let's have a look at the Kiwi dollar. Okay, very, very similar charts. The Kiwi dollar and the Aussie dollar both pushed a bit higher today. They both reached the levels that the signal said they will reach. Okay, and that was the level. Okay, and after that, they declined a bit, but now they're bouncing off the 50 or the 200 moving average. So hopefully they're gonna push a bit higher. Okay, the signals work. That's what's important. Now, oil again. I took a buy position on oil about half an hour ago, 20 minutes ago. Again, the signal came from our friends at Forexc. Okay, oil buy position on a 15-minute chart with a take profit at 37.16. That was the recommended area. Okay, currently it's trading at 37.57. Yeah, so way higher than the signal said. Yeah, the trade is in profit, so I can either keep it open for a longer period of time or close it and wrap it up for the week. Okay, so not closing the trades when they were in profit. That was my bad, guys. I wanted to see how far they're going to push, if they're going to push. But the good news, as I said a minute ago, the signals work. Okay, now you know how to test the trading signals. I'll come back on Monday with more details and more trading signals and hopefully more successful trades, guys. Having a quick look at the account history. Yeah, I started trading on this trading account with about 14,000 a couple of months ago. I'm up $11,000 for the month. It was a very good trading week last week. Okay, and the balance in the account now stands at $27,000. Yeah, so let's see if I can increase this track record. Okay, and show you how to create a bit of consistency with your trades. Right. This was it from my side today, guys. Remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money. Join me on Monday morning for the European market opening. Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.